Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting stuff to go and talk about, which was actually a secret restock, as well as also secret kind of somewhat regional restock that happened as of today. We actually have been seeing some stock. We saw a few people confirm it as well. This actually might be kind of news to go and follow up throughout the rest of the week too as well. So I kind of want to go talk about this because it may be more on the regional side, but I think every region and pretty much every area in America can kind of go and work through that. So, just letting you guys all know, just some intriguing stuff to go and talk about over here, and I just appreciate you all so much for watching the videos in the first place. So, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below, and sign up for Weeble, sign up for Coinbase, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. So let's go and dive on into the video itself. So, hello. We actually had a little bit of an intriguing Target restock that happened earlier on today. Now, when it comes to Target, we did kind of go and cover up that there has been some stock that will be arriving later on throughout like the next few weeks as well. We also saw like proof of that even as of tomorrow. And on top of that, we were somewhat curious on what is going to happen with that stock, what's going on with the stock, and all that stuff in general. So I want to go and bring it up because we actually had a few people ask about it. I did go and kind of didn't really touch on it too much in the weekly and daily videos because it just seemed like not in my own select region, so I thought it was maybe more on the cap side or whatever. But now that we actually have more information out there, I want to kind of give you guys more up-to-date stuff. Like I'd rather wait a little bit and get better information for you guys and do a little bit more research on it and like reach out to contacts and then make a video if I can, rather than like being like, well, it might happen or whatever. So just bear that in mind. So I just had a chance to go talk to some folks, had a chance to go and reach out to some stuff, and also talk to some other restock trackers too as well to kind of formulate all this information over here. So if you guys like it. So in case you guys missed it, as I mentioned earlier on today, there actually was Target stock available. Now, as you guys know, we did have a proper Target drop last week. They did like pretty much nationwide, pretty much every location had stock. We knew the stock was going there, we knew the stock was ongoing, and we were just happy it actually happened because we were waiting for the stock just in general. We had employees and everyone confirming it, and it was pretty much, I think, not the world's worst drop. Obviously, there was a lot of canceled orders and other issues tied on in, but it wasn't bad. But the very intriguing thing we kept on seeing and noting, especially from official employee information / leak / whatever you guys want to go call it, we did go and see that there was stock that was scheduled to arrive as of this week. Now, I did go mention even on the weekly video, there is a chance that even for like walk-in events or more additional drops with it, although we weren't sure because it wasn't like a big nationwide side, and it does kind of seem like some of the proof that we're seeing, it might lead towards actually a few other restocks throughout this week when it comes to Target itself. So let me go and I guess ramble into it. As you guys can see up in the screenshot itself, I unit this over from my boy Supply Ninja. Over here where in stock, you guys can see from all these different areas over here where it's like Tempe, Chandler South, Gilbert Gateway, Mesa East, where all these stores you guys can see, these are all for the PlayStation 5 consoles. This is as of today, so as of Monday, not Friday or last week, as of today. So you guys are seeing some stock. Pick up here, pick up here, pick up here, just like the usual online order in-store pickup. But the stock numbers actually weren't looking as bad as we expected. So a lot of people are trying their best to get their consoles. People saw the alerts, people were kind of just curious, and although a lot of regions didn't have stock, so like I said before, me in the Midwest, we did not have any stock, I didn't see anything, didn't see any alerts, all people I reached out to, at least for my like area, no one had any stock or stock confirms. So that's why it's a little bit on the intriguing side. So the information we think, at least based on how I've been seeing all this stuff, is that as we saw some later on Target PlayStation 5 stock arrivals, like, as we saw the internals and they had like big scheduled numbers, like in double digits, that I think we actually might be seeing three things. Number one, more regional restocks when it comes to consoles randomly, sporadically happening throughout this week. Now, this is not 100% confirmed, although I do want to bring it up. When it comes to all these stores, since stock is arriving, we do have a confirmation from employees, we have confirmation from everything else, it seems very intriguing to go and note. Just saying. Mainly because we also had drops today. So I'd probably be on the lookout these early next few mornings. It's not guaranteed. Like if you guys have to wake up super early just to check, it's probably not worth it. But if you guys are already on the East Coast, or you guys work nights, or you guys are usually up early anyway, or maybe just randomly wake up and like you have to pee or something, I don't know, and then you go and check your phone, it's probably gonna be worth it to go check around that usual like 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. EST, 6 a.m. Mountain, 5 a.m. Pacific. As you guys can see, it's 5:07 Pacific over here where some stuff was showing up, and there actually might be a chance that Target might be doing more additional stocks throughout this week. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because today it actually happened. So that's why I want to mention it more specifically, because if it's happening already, that bumps up the likelihood a lot. And the fact that it was only regional for certain sides, that means that there's obviously other regions out there that never did a restock. And there's probably a reason why Target themselves did this. As I mentioned too, we also did see stock confirmed on 4/19 and 4/18. Which was kind of weird because we kept on thinking, well, that's outside of the drop expectation because other stores already had stock, and I think this actually might correlate with this same thing, where Target themselves might be trying to go and sell additional stock throughout the week. Now, I do want to stress it, though, as I mentioned, it's probably maybe not, like, it's not fully worth, watching. It's like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be like a proper big, like, nationwide restock, but when it does come to the stock in general, it seems like there's a chance for walk-ins. It's still a chance for walk-ins, I guess, but this is more so just online order and store pickup, but also a good chance for stores having stock in the morning. So it does seem intriguing and good enough information to share. So as I mentioned, some stock arrivals more dedicated for Tuesday and Wednesday, like additional ones. So if you guys want to get some stock from that, I'd probably say these next 2 days will be worthwhile. Do I think there's going to be a proper national restock, as in like stores and locations having stock throughout this week? I'm going to say no, mainly because we just had a proper big normal one as of Friday. So you want to know what? I'm going to probably say probably not. But at least we are watching stock, at least we're seeing stock and going from there. As well, what are we expecting for stocks, time arrivals, etc., etc.? As you guys can see, literally all these stores have 6. Like, it's almost kind of scary with the 666 numbers mixed on in. But when it comes to all this stuff, it's just intriguing. It's just very, very intriguing to kind of go and note and see. As well, when it comes to Xbox, you guys can also kind of do the same similar format with it. So, just interesting, because usually they also sometimes change up the API right after a drop happens, which is how they like re-add the listing, if that makes sense. Basically, like they like have it up right before the drop, and then they usually remove it right after the drop. As of right now, the Xbox Series X's have stayed on stock for most of the time, most of the drops or whatever. So I am just kind of curious if they're going to try their best to start just fully transitioning into this type of order. As you guys saw, we did make a video like last week that Target employees wanted to maybe start changing stuff. Like we saw some regional areas stating that they want to test out maybe walk-ins or other various type of stock. And this actually may have even been the same thing that they mentioned, where they maybe just have extra stock or have extra ordered stock, or just maybe Target just starting to go whenever they have a chance to sell stock, they'll go and sell it, and they can kind of go from there. So, intriguing stuff to note and things I wanted to go bring up throughout this video itself. Now, a little bit of like commonly asked questions. This is just my speculations. Will this be happening all throughout the week? Like I said, probably if we saw it on Monday for God knows why, and as well with other stock arrivals, I would still say this probably like the next 5 days or so, and I'll probably remind you guys in the day-to-day morning videos, because it's pretty much around the perfect time for people to check and perfect time for people to look at. So I would say yes, it's probably worth checking, especially because we randomly had it today. Like we've never seen this before. We've never seen Target do a back-to-back drop itself like this, although even as regional. Now, as I mentioned, for it being regional, does this mean that like my area and stock will have stock tomorrow? We don't know. We're not big Target. We're not big Target managers or whatever. And whenever we see these type of more secret restocks in like kind of out of the blue stuff, you kind of have to like have a few days or a few of these things to kind of go on to get the full picture, which is why we'll kind of see more information throughout these next 3 or 4 days. And as well as I mentioned, some regions may have it, some regions may not. It really probably will depend on your area, locale, stock movement, and see how good like the last previous Target restock probably went, and you guys can probably go from there. Now as well, like what are we expecting in terms of all the other stuff, like PS5 digitals? Probably a little bit less than the PS5 digitals, just because stock is usually really just kind of low for them in general. PlayStation 5 discs, though, have been kind of churning out pretty proactively when it comes to stock. And will this be on actual shelves themselves? I'd probably say if you guys could actually pick it up here, you guys probably could. See them on the shelves themselves or in the back room, although obviously you guys want to go pick them up in the store because the stock's probably allocated. So if you guys see it on the Target app or Target online, Target website, order it how you guys can see like over here and go from there. As I mentioned, some locations actually were having issues though too. They saw the pop-up, and some people actually got their consoles. Like people actually confirmed they got it as of today, but there were quite a few folks that were still having issues with carts and being added to the carts and all that type of stuff. So I just want to keep you guys in the loop for that. We have been watching that and seeing it, and as well we'll kind of see how it maybe goes tomorrow and Wednesday, just to see if any more movement or stock and stuff like that shows up and happens. But at least it is interesting enough to note, interesting enough to see throughout the week, and interesting enough that hopefully a lot of you guys can go and get your consoles and go from there. So all around good stuff, and thank you, Target, for giving more opportunities. We'll see how the rest of the week kind of fares on out. And a reminder, we do have the Target or the Walmart stuff going on tomorrow. Check on the earlier video for more information on that. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. And sign up for Weeble, sign up for Coinbase, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. And as well, if you guys do get any consoles, check any consoles in the morning, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, or as well, send me a tweet too on top of that. Love you guys all so much, and I appreciate you guys all for everything.